Hello everyone and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. Today I'm teaming up with Lowing and we're once again playing Blue 4, which means of course he is going in as the French and I'm playing as Blue Dragons Mechanized on this very small map. So of course known for an infantry grind between Fox and Charlie, as well as a bit of a chaos situation over in Delta. It's always just messy. There's artillery, there's tanks, there's everything that we love about this game and more. So right away the French player Lowing is trying to get some sneaky business going around and through, depositing it looks like some paratroopers, scout paratroopers, as well as ordinary over in our opponent's backfield. That is the intended destination. I've got a whole big column, including a couple even napalm vehicles, which don't see a ton of use in this game, but still they were there. Units headed up toward Fox, as well as a little squad headed up toward Echo. Not a lot of anti-helicopter capability there, just the Ninja and the AH-1J for fire support, but it looks like our opponents are moving a little bit slowly themselves. So we have, I think one was playing Red Dragons, probably the first player whose name I can't quite pronounce, but then the other one was playing with the Salamandra, so at least something with Polish. Not entirely sure if it was Baltic at the moment, but these Salamanders are vicious on their own. However, sparring with the VBL Mistral and actually able to get the kill there, as the Mistral wasn't able to land on target, and we see an Mi-25 as well as a pair of 65-point scout helos. I would not have done this. That's like, that's 130 points. We do also spot the enemy command vehicle just sitting out there in the open. However, he is going to be moving, I think, yes, moving back for right now, but we'll see more about him later. Now, Lowing was getting right into it. Legion pushing up, Vabs giving supporting fire, AMX-40s even providing supporting fire against Ruskis and Korima, and T-72 M1 Wilkes. Of course, the Wilkes and the Ruskis and Korima fire support were able to win the day there, but so much French infantry just making a bull rush for the end of that zone is certainly going to be panicking our opponents. At least in the short term. Actually, a Milan able to open up against Wilkes, and I've pinged where that command vehicle stopped to cap Charlie. So we have eyes on that. The Red 4 team is getting a +1 as they have secured Charlie, while we have not secured either Fox or Echo. But this is because I'm trying to get a bit of a presence there. First, KM-900s moving up, OH-6 moving up, Susac Day as a bit of reserve infantry there, as well as some infantry headed over to the far side of Echo to prevent flanking maneuvers. And I am moving up a couple of K200s just for fire support and a distraction here, engaging with Yukjon Day, also sort of scouting in force for what the Red 4 player has in Charlie. Now, for long-time viewers of the channel, you may remember there was a similar game from the same side where I was allied with Grim, and I very much got my ass handed to me in Fox. I like to think I might have learned a little bit from that, so I have a bunch of Yevagun, a bunch of fire support, and I'm handling that a little bit differently, but so is my opponent, not nearly as aggressive, and certainly saving me a bit of pain from that. B5 bomber comes in, and the French get demolished. Tons of dead laying there right next to the buildings that they were about to attack, and an Old Noir now up forward without support is going to be not long for this world. KF-16C coming in, and we are able to get the enemy air superiority fighter. And I think he was sent in after my helicopter, because that did go down, so an attempt there for helo hunting work, and an OH-6 rather than a Ninja left in that forward zone in Echo. So T-72 M1 Wilkes are moving up, and my ally here, the French, have lost the overwhelming majority of their equipment in Delta, so a very aggressive push, and probably not quite worth it points-wise, and I do unfortunately lose the elements of surprise here as the KM-900 opens fire on a UAZ, not able to land a single hit. I was trying to... I turned off the gun. I should have driven closer at that point, but instead my K-55s, which were just about to fire and kill that UAZ, aren't able to get a good solution as the UAZ does retreat. Fortunately, that does mean we have forestalled that ticking +1 for the enemy team as Charlie is decapped even temporarily, with my KM-900 soon taken out by BTR-80A. I don't know, if we take a broader look at the map, the Puma Pirates coming in at the enemy home zone has to be annoying, but other than that, and a couple of units over in the northeast, that's basically all the French player has, now finally bringing in more infantry, as of course we do get passive income throughout the course of the match, but it's about to lose an Entendard as well as an F-18C comes in. And answering Rafale is nice, but this was a zoom out look, so the French player is nearly demolished. My own position is pretty well entrenched, but could be better in Echo. I need specialist infantry here, maybe something with anti-air capabilities, a little bit of anti-tank capabilities, and I need some infantry anchoring this corner that's usually attacked by the Red 4 group. However, it looks like, oddly enough, they were moving forward with mortars, probably an accident there, meant to be fire on position, and wasn't, but Commandos Para and whatever's in these AMX-13s moving up, and I'm finally getting a bit of a skirmish here. Yebagun, backed by Sochung Su, fighting in between Charlie and Fox. I had anticipated being pushed here, and I wasn't, so I thought, okay, well, let's force the issue, especially as these Puma Pirates are able to get very nice fire support on our enemy's reinforcements, taking out Scope 2s with infantry still intact, and that's a lot of Spadopunzeri that are not going to be making it to the field anytime soon, along with some Bochung Su taking hits as well. In terms of the infantry fighting here, we are able to get local superiority, wearing through some Bochung Su on both sides, but my Yebagun are getting a little bit killed. Sochung Su is still fine. With fire support from the M18s, we did also manage to help out the French chasseurs, engaging with Yegri and more Spado over on the eastern side, and I'm moving back. I don't want to take a bad engagement. I got a lot of value there. Let's just, see it for what it is and move on. Bombing run coming in against the Yegri, and that will be pretty devastating for them. Another Ensandar coming in as well, and again, for long-time viewers, Loeng has used these things very effectively against me, and I'm sure that our enemies are feeling that as well. Although it won't kill entirely in towns, not that effectively anyway. It's certainly not going to be pleasant, and even stunned panic infantry is enough of a game changer, as now the chasseurs are just chewing through those Yegri, at least until they lost contact. So the Red 4 player is trying to push in Delta, and that could be a serious concern, as those Puma Pirates have been taken out now finally. It looks like almost by a bombing run, but a little odd there. We have capped Foxtrot and are now getting a ticking +1, finally able to come close to the early 33 points our opponents got. And I should be... yes, here they are. War Crimes Infantry and K200s headed up to help me push through into Charlie. And really, most of the fighting so far hasn't been on my end. I've been pretty passive, just trying to cap zones, trying to make sure that I have a resilient position that can't get pushed later on. We do also spot a MiG-23ML, and I'm going after it with a KF-16C. Let's see what we can do. 1 hit and 2 hits, very nice. Now there is a scout helo in the back there, but not much I can really do about that. There's going to be anti-air in Alpha, and I don't really want to get that close to it, trying to kill just a single recon helo. M18s did wonderful work this game. These guys are 10-point little tankettes, but hey, when they do good work, and that's alright with me. French plane, unfortunately, another bomber going down. Common theme for Loeng. Gotta love it, but, unfortunately not the best for us there, but the chasseurs and VTTs are able to sustain themselves in that infantry ground with Yekri, and it looks kind of like at this point the Red 4 player wasn't quite sure what to do. We did finally manage to kill his command vehicle in Charlie with, I believe, a bombing run. Let's take a look. Could be... yes, I think so. Because that is uncapped, and now we're going to have the French Legion 90 and Commandos Para very quickly getting into Alpha as well. Not the most honorable way to win games, but sometimes that's not, well, I'd say sometimes it's not necessary, but sometimes it's not what ends up happening, I guess. And actually, no, it looks like the UAZ was just scared out of there, as he does now recap Charlie. I get a little ahead of myself, I do apologize, but I do mark that position once again as he's moved back into the same exact one. We will be able to cap Echo here in a second, and if memory serves, yes, here it is. So Peace Pheasant 1, one of my favorite bombers in the entire game, not that effective against armored targets, but pretty decent against infantry in woods and open field, which, that's what bombers are for. We do finally have fighting going on here. Igla teams killed by Legion, more reinforcements killed by the French. But this Peace Pheasant I wanted to highlight because I took him all the way over and around, trying to avoid getting spotted and killed, just to have this particular angle on the enemy CV. So there is a Spag there shooting at my AH-1J. Peace Pheasant 1 bombs go in, and let's see what we can do. Yeah, that was brutal. So the Spag is killed, the command vehicle is killed, F-18C not quite able to get a kill on time, B-5 bomber coming in, and this is one of the challenging things about planes. If you call in a bombing run too close to your own zone, you're not going to be able to drop. The plane has to come out, turn around, and then go through. Legion, meanwhile, and Commandos Para doing absolutely wonderfully, even capturing a couple enemy resupply vehicles, spotting the enemy command vehicle as well, and this game has gone from bad to worse for our opponents very quickly, as that B5 is stunned and killed before he can turn around and take out those infantry, and the KF-16C even goes in against a MiG, trading. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Yeah, I like that. Trading with them, but that and a B5, I mean, we got our value, that's for sure. AV-28 bomber coming in, and I don't think I had anything up at the time, but I was trying to get another purchase, another KF-16C, as well as a Peace Pheasant and some artillery going in, attempting to chew through some of the stuff our opponents had in the back here, and looks like it is stunned, but not actually hurt by that. But it is keeping the UAZ in place, and we have another Peace Pheasant on the way. Let's see what's able to finally get that kill. And it does look like it's artillery. So Peace Pheasant was a little unnecessary, but he does come in there at the end. And now we're pushing up as well with Gong Byung and So Chung Su. More Yebagun coming through. Fire support vehicles moving up. And Bo Chung Su, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this. Getting just ground through in the front. And with that, it's going to pretty much be GG for our opponents here. They've lost their home zone. They've been losing all of their reinforcements for a while now to particularly persistent Legion and Commandos Para. Even paratroopers coming in from the French now is going to make that just go from bad to worse. Probably intended to secure this town here at the start as well. That's what I would do for them. My Gongbyong have used over half their War Crimes ammunition just waltzing through enemy infantry with, well, kind of terrifying glee. But the KAFEs and M18s engaging with some BTRs going to be a bit of a mixed bag. The KAFEs are really more of what's going to hold their weight there than the M18s, and we do in fact lose them right off the bat. But yeah, this is pretty much over. So let's just go ahead and speed through. Oddly enough, this is a command helicopter, not command infantry in a helicopter. Oh geez, that was really annoying. The infantry saying stuff over and over. I don't like these. I think they're not very good. General consensus is they're too easy to spot and kill, and for 15 more points, infantry are way more resilient. Now, in terms of kills and losses, even after taking some frightening losses at the start, my ally Loing was able to get some very nice kills there, particularly at the end with those infiltrating infantry. My own kills and losses were relatively efficient, as I was able to, thanks to Loing, take the engagements that I wanted when I wanted, shot down a lot of enemy planes, and that's always going to be a bit of a breadwinner. So if we take a look at that, the KF-16C got 4 planes on his own. Peace Pheasant 1 killing 2 command vehicles. This was the same one called out for both cases, and just not a lot else going on, so a pretty tame match there. A little bit one-sided, but those happen from time to time, and I want to wish my opponents the best of luck for their continuing games and for learning with every defeat, as I attempt to do as well. So that's all we've got for you guys today. Thank you all for hanging around. We'll see you again real soon.